Good morning, Geekdom. Shout out to the brothers with big fingers. It's me, the artisan MC, on the fastest live stream west of the Mississippi. Thanks for showing up today. So, geek stuff for the morning. Shout out to Malika. What's good, Malika? Raz, what's up? What's good with you? It's a good brother in the geekelite family. Peace to Malika B. Bang. Cinephilic brother. Raz says salutations. Salutations to you, sir. Computer Geek, what's up? CG in the building. All right. As you know, today is Wednesday. If you're a comic book geek, it's New Book Day. So, new comics is coming out, and this is what this is. This is the Geek Speak. So you get to get that little download, little brief download before you get your next issues of what's good, what's happening. You get reloaded before the weekend. You can go see the latest movie or, show that's out. And Sunday, I did go and see Civil War, which was an interesting experience. I kept debating on doing a legit review for it. I probably will. Just been busy. But I know this week we had that, I don't think Bad Batch should be over, hopefully. Should be over. I'll check tonight. Got X-Men 97, episode 6, which should not be over yet, because that shit is good. That shit is good. So I need to see what's happening with Storm this week. Then I believe Rebel Moon Part 2, The Scar Giver, comes out Friday. I believe it's Friday. And then just the regular movies that we got out right now. I saw Malika send me a message, let me know he saw Monkey Man. Cool. I haven't seen it yet. It's Wednesday. I might see it because I'm on call all weekend, so it's not going to be no movie watching this weekend. So I got to front load all my television and movie watching so I can do this on call this weekend. And it looks like this weekend is not going to be wet. It's going to be hot, so I get to deal with all these goddamn AC calls coming up. Everybody believes it should be subarctic temperatures inside their fucking house. Just because it's 70 degrees. But regardless of that shit, I'm not talking about work. News and views on some of the stuff that's in Geekdom right now. And one of the most interesting things that I saw that come to mind that I was looking at yesterday was about how Disney has not made any money on Star Wars. They're actually losing money on Star Wars. I think any of us here should be like, no shit. No shit. Right? Not surprising. And I think it's funny that the people in charge of holding the purse strings, the producers, don't seem to understand that if you spend more than you make, you lost money. I don't see how they don't understand that. Like, there was the little kids yesterday where I work, right? Now, I'm sure those little kids got the financial lesson having a lemonade stand about how much it costs to make this lemonade, your cost involved, your cups, your water, lemons, effort, all the rest of that shit, how much that costs, versus how much you charge for a cup of lemonade and how you make profit. I'm sure they know. But to hear that report that people had to go digging through Disney's books to understand that they ain't made no money really on Star Wars. It's like, yeah, that's called mismanagement. Yeah, no kidding. Are you kidding me? Like, this is a foregone conclusion. Like, all this, look, the report I was listening to about it sounds like the major investors and shareholders in Disney are some of the dumbest people to ever earn money. That somebody can just get up there with some little tables and throw some numbers up and tell them any old thing, and they have no connection to reality or the real world to understand that people weren't liking that shit. People weren't. Couldn't have been making any money. All this fervor about how much the stuff is sucky is not because it's awesome. It's not because there's a few twos and fews shoving up and saying, I didn't like that. I got a YouTube channel, so I'm going to tell everybody I didn't like it. No, it's not that. Look, man. Look, it is not that small of a group. It is not. The black portion of that group ain't even that small of a group. Everything objective reality shows you is that your subscribers is down for Disney Plus. You have not put out one of these movies in a minute, which means you know, just like everybody else knows, nobody wants to see the next thing you put out. The shows have been bombing, other than The Mandalorian, which if you just got your hand tangentially next to the pulse of Geek would understand The Mandalorian was the best thing you had going. And you killed it like you killed Star Wars. I don't know how you think you were making money on that. You'd have to be completely an idiot to think that they were making money on that. I mean, sometimes I wonder why smart people are not in these rooms. Why is it that the people who know this material the best, care about it the most, are not the ones in these rooms having these conversations? How do they get left out of this every time? Because it doesn't make any sense to me. These are people who sit on boards of several corporations. They don't know nothing about their products, apparently. When, if you wanted a job at any one of these people's companies, you would have to know something about the company and the products that they sell. If you were going to do an interview, if you want some management position or something like that, you need to know the products. You need to know their numbers. You would have to know that stuff. But apparently, you don't. Like, failing upwards is a thing. It is a for real thing, because I can't believe people are this damn mystified by what. No, really, it's just a group of hateful people on the internet. Just shut up. Sounds so ridiculous. Widespread criticism around the world, and it's just a bunch of people on the internet. You don't say that shit about Twitter. You go there to get your good news. Stupid. So that in and of itself is a little bit interesting, right? Now the Civil War movie, I'm still trying to piece together in my head why this movie is getting such hype. I know why I went to see it. I know exactly why I went to see it. I went to see it because I thought I was going to see some Americans fighting American stuff. Some Hatfields and McCoys type of situation. according to my mother, who I was talking to last night, who was reading a little blurb on her TV, so she could watch it, she would be the good audience for this. That's my guess. She would be. Because even in our conversation we were having last night about movies and life and stuff like that, racist and Trump showed up. We wasn't talking politics. We weren't talking politics. That shit showed up again. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't keep this man's name out of her goddamn mouth. Who was talking about that shit? Like, what the fuck? But she's the audience for this. Because when I saw the movie, that's what I saw. This is for these people who didn't like Trump, right? Oh my God. The movie was boring. It was mostly boring. It could have been a documentary because it was not what I thought it was going into. I thought it was going to be about how the United States got broken up and had a civil war. No, it wasn't about that at all. You don't get none of that story. All you get is to follow around a war correspondent photographer and her disillusionment with this and how she, like, at the end of her damn career and feeling all miserable and shit. And then the new little lesbian who wants to be just like her and get out there and get the shot. I'm like, oh my God. Are you fucking kidding me? This character ain't even that damn interesting. We don't know what her fucking issue is for 2 hours. What's your problem? You see so much horror of war. You picked that job. Oh my God. Is this what this is about? Everybody low-key want to fuck each other, but don't. They getting shot at by some other folks that look like them because they don't know what side or what separation you're from. I had to look up the map for this movie to see what they didn't do a good job of explaining. What's the separation? What's the break? Where's the split? They mentioned it once, but that was it. Oh, California and Texas, and then the Western Federation. Like the Western, who's the good guys in this shit? Man, that shit was boring, mostly boring, just to keep showing gunfights and embedded report photographers with soldiers how they take pictures of horrific events. And eventually, spoiler alert, which I saw coming from early on in the movie because they fucking prequeled it, the main character that you follow and getting killed, but the new young one being able to get the shot of her getting killed. Man, this shit sounds so stupid. A bunch of random fucking acts with no understanding why they happening. It's just gunfights and shit. And some what you consider atrocities by white dudes. Which was funny to me because sitting in my theater, a bunch of white boys in there going to see that shit, plaid shirts and everything. So I thought it was kind of entertaining. They came in mass. It was like a group of 5 of them sitting next to me. I was like, oh shit. Well, this is going to be interesting. These look like some hillbillies. It was mostly boring. It was just a boring fucking movie. I sat there and watched it. I was like, okay. So you got to, spoiler alert, kill the president. Congratulations. What does that do for you? He was a terrible man. Because of what? How was he a terrible dude? He was hiding. He was a coward. Coward for what? The whole country is split up. I think a lot of people will be hiding in the goddamn house. It was stupid. It was actually mostly stupid. Kirsten Dunst was kind of bad. She's older, but she was looking kind of bad. The young chick there was she was cute, but she was off-putting, trying to be low-key lesbian on her. I'm like, oh, here we go. You got in the car because the Latino dude wanted to fuck you and was flirting with you when you look like a whole child. Oh, she's 23, 24. Bullshit. I look like a 12-year-old. But she in the car with these folks, having these conversations with some real creepy ass. We got this road cooch. Like, that's a creepy vibe, dude. Why is she in this car? And why is she sweet on your old ass? Okay, whatever. It was just stupid. It was just stupid. Because believe me, if there was a civil war in this country, it wouldn't look like that. It would not look like that. Not at all. And there would not be, I don't believe, any embedded photographers taking pictures of the action. Fuck you. Think you'd be the first one, Shaw. So it was mostly boring. It was mostly boring. But set against the backdrop of Fallout series, and the stuff that was going on in the real world at the time, that's going on in the real world right now, man, this shit was not entertaining. I'm not finding it funny. It seems a little bit tone deaf to me right now. Because what are you're trying to tell me that the damn photographers are the heroes or some shit like that? You made one of the dudes an adrenaline junkie just to be there with gunfire going on. Get him all into that. Why don't you get your super badass out there with a machine gun and fight? No, you're just a driver. She cute back there. She cute back there. Camaro behind me. Latina. Lipstick lips. So yeah, it was mostly boring. I would tell you, don't waste your time going to the movie theater to see that shit, because you will be bored. Yeah, I heard Nerdrotic. That was his title for it, Civil War, which is a good one. If I'd have sat down and made my review or my reaction, that's probably what I would have came to too. It was mostly boring. Bunch of quiet shots and still shots of looking at people, looking out of windows and shit. Oh, look how beautiful it is. And they threw so much shit together in it. There was a scene in there that I didn't necessarily find entertaining as a Californian. And what it was one part where they were driving through like a forest fire. And all the blacks and the embers and stuff like that. It was black, it was dark. Everything is being illuminated by these burning trees and shit like that. And I'm like, motherfucker, we just lived through some of that recently. That shit is not entertaining. Oh, look how beautiful it is. Yeah, it's beautiful to watch shit burn. But I don't need that reminder of that shit. Yeah, cinematography-wise, oh, yeah, it looked lovely. Yes, it did. It does. But that's a little close. But they put that shit in there. And as soon as I saw it, I was thinking, these are some fucking Los Angeles people made this shit. All right? It was a cinematic visual. It was so beautiful. Man, shut the fuck. That shit was a horror for the people that lived up on the hills. Yeah, I saw those videos too. I wasn't thinking it would look epic in a movie. I was thinking, damn, a lot of people have lost their fucking houses. I hope ain't nobody died. or at least not a lot. Somebody circle jerked so they could prove that killing the president was okay, which I didn't believe that they would actually show killing the American president on film. I was like, when did that shit happen? I couldn't think of, maybe Malika can tell me, I couldn't think of a recent movie in recent history where liberals made it and the president was not the hero. Because that's what Hollywood usually does. When they empower, the president is always a hero. When they're not empowered, the president is always an asshole. Right? That's just how it works. People controlling the pens write their narrative, right? But in this one, they actually killed the president of the United States. And who killed him? Get this, y'all. A Latino man was there, the reporter, a couple of white boys, and a black woman, a B-dub with a machine gun shot him. Wow, that's kind of telling, isn't it? Guess we know who the movie was for. Hold on 1 second. Damn, she come to the base. Oh, she married. Where the hell she going? She came to my spot. She worked down here with me. Where you going? Where the hell is she going, luscious hippies? Yeah. Well, like I said, Kirsten Dunst didn't age well. I'm not sure if she was supposed to be looking like, things was limited in the movies. And, she was just living rough. Or that's how she's just looking right now. Couldn't tell. Because some scenes it would look like, okay, she still looked kind of cute. But other scenes she looked haggard as fuck. Like, wow, is that how she really looks nowadays? Or is this just for the movie? I couldn't tell. What up, Mr. Third Eye? What up, Oliver? I couldn't tell. But I guess there was a lot of messaging if you into that camp about what they thought of politics all through it. I didn't give a shit. I was just watching the movie to see what was going on. And the boys in the heels like this, like, okay, so what? So what? You don't know what the fuck these people did. Please, I got a family. These motherfuckers got families too. So what? What the hell what was the situation? Yeah, it looks kind of graphic to see a couple of bodies hanging up in a car wash and a white boy with a machine gun talking stupid. Well, yeah, they was trespassing or some other shit, right? Yeah, okay, so what? What does that actually mean, though? He was wrong for doing it? Isn't it a whole fucking civil war? So something had to happen, but you're not going to explain it because they're not journalists. They're photographers. So they ain't even trying to write a story about what happened or find out what happened or ask any goddamn questions. Oh, they're there to be as voyeurs. I'm like, this is the dumbest shit. Oh my God. This is like, what? Why, God? Why? Why, Lord? What must I do? When will my suffering be over for these shitty ass movies? Like all this hype, all this pomp, all this movie of uncircumstance. So if you don't have to go watch it, you just really don't feel the need to go watch it, no, you ain't missing shit. Yeah, the machine gun fighting scenes. Ooh, look at this. Look, this is what it's like for embedded reporters. Man, get the fuck out of here. You can watch a better movie watching the Tomorrow War. That would be better for you. You get more out of that because the story in here is bullshit. Mostly bullshit. So it was bad and it was lazy, Malika. It was pointless. It was a bowling ball. I went and watched a bowling ball. Mostly fucking pointless. Shit. Hold on, let me change this mic setting over because I got to get to this. Phones. All right, well. Y'all can still hear me. Give me a 1. What, Ron?
Do you know where those steak machine?
The snake? It should be right here. Don't tell me somebody stole the goddamn snake.
Where is it yesterday? I don't know.
Well, you better call him and ask him where the hell it is. When he said he couldn't find it, I knew that was the next words that was going to show up. Who had it? I just knew. Because none of the rest of these folks seems to be able to pick out a fucking thief. Anyway. But yeah, it was mostly uneventful, uninteresting. The last shot, how they end the movie, is with you watching the president of the United States be killed by soldiers. Not sure, what was it, the WF? Not really clear on if they were the decent ones or the good ones. Those were just the ones the reporters was running with. But if you look on the map for who they were not the biggest group. It was just, if I got it correctly, it was just California and Texas. Like, Texas ain't siding with California on shit. Y'all out of your goddamn mind. I was talking about this weekend with my daughter and her boyfriend about how Californians, and I told them how I keep telling you guys, Californians, the dumb ones, will keep infesting everybody else's states. They keep moving into red states and trying to turn them places into where they came from. I was like, dude, that's an opportunistic infection. That's not a transplant. That's an opportunistic infection. They're doing y'all dirty. And they're talking about how the prices rise. I say yes, because that's what they bring with it. They move to your state, get on your city council, and change your state into one of the most expensive places to live ever. Bringing their bullshit with them. That's called hell. And we name the states: Oregon, Nevada, Texas, Atlanta. All of these places got prices like the Bay Area and getting close to it. Shit, from listening to AM, Angry Man, and Arta Itmore tell me North Carolina getting it too. I'm like, damn, they paying Bay Area prices. Why? They on the East Coast. They on the East. North Carolina. It's supposed to be cheap there. Nope, not anymore. Not anymore, motherfucker. I'm like, damn, please. Look, you got a lot of people here. A lot of them is dumbasses. And they get to move all over this great country of ours and spread their delusion further.
Like, but I've seen it for a while. That's why I tell people that. So that is a ploy. They do that shit after every election. Every election. They see what states was close, was really close, tipped the wrong direction, and they start populating that state. And they got 4 years to work this magic. And that's what they do. They get there, they move there, they get on your boards and shit like that, and they try to tip that shit the other way. It's a strategy. It's a strategy. Don't think it ain't. They just jumped up and wanted to move to Tennessee because Tennessee was popping. Oh, some of them moved to escape the dumb shit in California. They own property and stuff like that and can. And some of them move because they want to tip things in their favor. Make these holdouts no longer a stronghold for you. It's insidious, I know. Well, that's what they do. Told you, West Coast is subversive. They can be racist all day, but they'll never say that shit up front. But behind the scenes, you will be every monkey nigga you could ever be. Long as they ain't looking at you in the face. So don't make no mistake about it. I like my bullshit up front. And part of the irritating part about being in California is sometimes it is not up front. It is very subversive and behind your back, but still killing you the same way. So I'm gonna get out of here. I got to get into this breakfast and change my shirt. And this is not that kind of stream where y'all need to see my hairy pecs. Yeah, coward. It is cowardice. It is cowardice, Oliver. That's why I don't have much respect for them. I have respect for a straight up racist because he'll tell you straight up, no, I don't like your kind. That's good, nigga. I don't like your kind either. Some of y'all stupid like you. You can deal with it that way. The rest of that shit, suspect as fuck. Never trust them. So anyway, I got to go. I got to skedaddle. Like, share, subscribe, support the stream if you feel so inclined on artisanmc, and I will see y'all next time. Peace.